Jake couldn't hit the note for the life of him. It was this song's biggest flaw since you got the band together in the damp and rock-covered basement. But this was no home studio anymore. You are in the big leagues. Tonight's night, when you make it or break it, is the battle of the bands deal of your lifetime.
Stick your band together, find your harmonies and battle your way through the stages of an up-and-coming band against yourself or your friends in this 1 to 6 player board game. On your way to Draft and Write Records. Hi, it's Katy from Játékrakész, and today I would like to present you this beautiful game. I'm going to explain the rules first and play through one round of the game to show how it goes. Now, this is how we roll through the game. You'll draft cards during week phase and revisit your goal achievements by the weekend. One round consists of these two phases, weekdays and weekend phase. The game would continue through multiple rounds until any of the players reaches one of the 3 criteria of game ending. That is to complete a full crew with all 12 posts, or 6 goals, or fails 5 times. So let's have a look at the game. What do we got? We have play cards here, and we have goal cards. We have a band sheet where each player keeps track of their actions, nice color pencils, a sharpener to stay sharp, and this beautiful card that determines the direction of passing the cards among the players during the game. Since the whole game is happening here on the score sheet, let's have a closer look at it. Most importantly, you will be choosing your crew here in the middle section of the sheet. There are 4 types of crew members: lead singer, musicians, promoters, and backstage guys, all marked with their own icon. Microphone for lead singer, guitar for musicians, etc. You can see each crew card having a score point here in the middle, surrounded with 4 color circles as it is corresponding on the band sheet. It is an important part of the game to create harmonies among the crew members, so to say that the neighboring crew members will match in color of the bordering fields. When a harmony is made, it would be recorded in this section below. In some cases, that will trigger further bonuses. In the upper left area here are releases section. As you will earn bonuses with the matching icon from other sections of the band sheet, you will cross off the spaces on your albums and singles lines from left to right, and that will gain you score points referred as star power by the end of the game, and some spaces will also grant you further bonuses. You can send your band for tour, starting of course from your garage. There are no corresponding cards for touring, but you will gain bus marked bonuses from other areas through the game, like here, or here, or here. The direction of your journey is completely up to you. Either you kick off here in a cable TV, you will quickly fill up stadium ending up in the O2 arena, or the other longer path will take you all the way to the grand concert venues like the Royal Albert Hall. Either way, you will need some money at some point to get further. Here, marked with the dollar icon, as well as some of the crew members' posts can only be filled once they are paid out. Again, this is one of the bonuses to be unlocked in other areas of the game. The next 2 areas, agenda and assets, having their corresponding play cards. In your agenda, you will be planning events for the band in that order to be able to cross whole lines, columns or diagonals, and so to gain related bonuses. By improving your assets, you actually do the same thing. When choosing 2 adjacent assets, one after another, you would unlock the connecting bonus. One of those bonuses can be a multiplier. Here. You may save it and use it anytime you hire a new crew member to multiply their score points. On the very top of the sheet there are the fails and goals sections. Through the game, you may not be left with another option than to draft a scandal, or not being able to place a card. In that case, you must cross off one space on the fails section. It is one of the triggers of game ending if a player crossed off all 5 fails, as it is when a player accomplishes all 6 goals from the goal section over here. But more about that later. Let's set up the game. So before anything, let's adjust the play card stack to the number of players. Here on the bottom right corner, you can see a number. We want to remove play cards with number that is higher than the number of players in the game. So in our case, let's say 3 players in the game, we will remove all cards with number 4 and higher. So to start with, we will choose the band name, which is coming here. And we will choose an initial color of the band randomly as you wish, and I will choose violet. After all, it is great if you can make a harmony between the initial color of the band and the lead singer. So each player is given 5 cards at the beginning. So I will, from these 5 cards, I have a look. I will choose one, I put it down, choose this one, and then each of the players will put down their chosen card. The cards are turned up and make the action on the score sheet. So let's do that. I've chosen a card for agenda, and I can actually choose between these 2 icons. These 2. So I will choose this one, because in this way I can go with the rows, with the lines, and I can even go with the diagonal and claim the goals which are at the end of the lines, or at the end of the row, or at the end of the diagonal. At the end, if I will be able to fill it. Alright, now this will be my personal accomplishment stack, and now I will pass the rest of the 4 cards which was left. I will pass it to my player on my left hand, which means clockwise. So once I got my cards from my player on the right, I have a look, I choose one card, I put it face down, and put the rest of the cards aside, as in the previous turn. Now, let's wait for all the players. Once everybody is done, turn up the cards, and the thing is that I just found my lead singer card. So I fill in his star power, his score points in the middle. I will fill the circles around with the appropriate cowl, and I actually got the harmony with the band name. So I can cross out one harmony from the harmony section, which having the violet color, and that actually trigger chain reaction. So in this way I can place any event in my agenda wherever I want. So I will go with this one, finish the coloring, and I again pass the cards to the player on the left. I'm taking the cards from my player on the right, and I will choose from these 3 cards. I've chosen one, put it down, wait for the other players, put down the rest of the cards which I will pass on, and 3, 2, 1, let's have a look. Now I've chosen my guitar player, so my musician, and I can place it here. That would be great, because I can create a harmony with my lead singer, and anyway I cannot place it in the middle fields, because those are locked by money cash restrictions. So I place it here, same thing, created harmony with my lead singer, So I again can cross out one harmony field. We have 2 violet here and 1 red. So we have a lead singer and we already have 1 musician. That's great. Let's pass the rest of the cards. By now, each player is left with 2 cards. So in this way, this will be the last draw of this round, of the weak phase. And I will choose from these 2, because I already have a lead singer, I don't need a lead singer. I will choose this one. I will update my assets. And it have here this icon, so I can choose from any of the assets which having this icon on the assets table. And I would prefer to choose this one because it's nicely in the middle. So wherever I will be able to gain some more assets, I have a better chance to gain some bonuses if I will be able to, after all, connect any of these assets. So that was it. This card is going to my personal discard pile, and that was the end of the weak phase. So now we can move to the weekend phase. The weekend phase is all about claiming goals. First public and then the personal. Public, we start from the left to right, and it works on the way that more players can claim the same public goal and more goals can be claimed during one weekend phase. Personal goal is of course all yours and not to be replaced once achieved. So I think from the public goals, we at this point after the first round we didn't reach, or I didn't reach any. And let's have a look on the private goal that also was not accomplished yet. I just would like to have a little word about the goal cards look like. So at this area of the card there is the goal to be accomplished. Here it's also written, schedule a rehearsal 3 times in your agenda. So goals always provide star power, which is here, and many offers also some immediate bonus. If there are more bonus actions, like for example here, then the player decides in which order he wants to claim them. By the end of the weekend phase, when all players claimed their goals and related bonuses, we flip the path direction card and start a new round. When the game finished by actually fulfilling the finishing criteria by another player, let's have a look on the counting on the final score. So first, as we count the crew, that will be here, and how I see it's 37. It would be a problem if there would be any of the musicians or the lead singer missing. Then for that, because that's an important part of the band, that for that we would need to mark one more fail on the fail score. Next thing is the star power from the goals. So we have 30. Next thing, we count the harmonies. So we have here like one column full and one full row. And we have 10 points and 15 points for these 2 achievements. In our agenda, we were able to reach one diagonal, which gave us the bonus of 4 multiplier, which we applied here in the crew. And that's all. There are no additional points, so that's 0. On our touring part we reach up to here, so that's 5 points from the concert hall. And for our records and singles we would multiply the 2 numbers, so here it would be 5 times 3, so that would be 15. We have to deduct the amount of scandals what we made, -9, and all together. So this is our final. One additional thing to mention, if we have this kind of symbol, then it means that we can make a harmony either above, means here, the crew, or below. So here we were able to 2 times use this symbol and create some extra harmonies. I hope you will enjoy this game. I for sure did. I like how the actions are interconnected and you will hardly play a similar game twice. So if you enjoyed the video and would like to stay with us for some more content, subscribe to our channel. You may follow us on Facebook and there will be more games. So leave a comment what you would like to see next.